Assalamualaikum. We are from Group 5 representing the code review of web application car. So this is our table of content where me, Nurzuna, going to explain about SQLI attack, Ashardina, SSS attack, Nurin, CSRF attack, and lastly is Fatima, which is HTML and JavaScript attack.
The file that has the SQL injection is the add_car.php, where the vulnerability is the code used the MySQL real escape string to escape the user input before incorporating them into the SQL query. While this is an attempt to prevent SQL injection, it is not the foolproof. So when the attacker manipulates the car name, car price, or other inputs field to include malicious SQL code, they may still be able to execute arbitrary SQL queries, leading to the SQL injection. So the most effective way to prevent the SQL injection on the add_car.php file is by using the prepare statement and parameterized queries. So they will ensure that user input is treated as data rather than executable code. So this is how when you use the prepare statement. So in this example code, we use the bind param to bind the variable to a prepared statement as parameter, and the type of SSSS indicate the type of the corresponding bind variable, which is string. This way, the SQL engine knows that these values are parameters and not executable SQL code. By adopting prepare statement, you can reduce the risk of the SQL injection. So we need use the prepare statement over manual escaping for secure database interaction. The last one is the update process.php file, where the vulnerability is the direct use of the user input post without proper validation and sanitization. So the attacker can manipulate the input value in the post request to include the malicious SQL code. So for example, if attacker modify the card value to the quotation or quotation 1 equal to quotation 1 dash dash, it will result the SQL query will become the condition where the car ID equal to car ID is always true due to the injected condition, and the updated affect all row in the mobile table, effectively updating all record. So the solution for this file is using the prepare statement and the parameters queries, and also using the MySQL prepare to create the prepare statement, MySQL statement bind param to use the bind param to the prepare statement, and the last one is the MySQL statement execute to execute the prepare statement.
So this is another code file that has the vulnerability of SQLI attack in the web application car.
So the problem of the SQL injection code that happen in the web application car is using the direct code to SQL query without any validation and sanitization, and the use of the MySQL real escape string. So the solution we can use to prevent the SQL injection is by using the prepare statement and the parameters queries, and also by applying bind param.
Assalamualaikum and welcome everyone. My name is Aisha Irdina binti Hamdanur. Today we are delving into a critical aspect of our car system: potential XXS vulnerabilities. As you can see in the code snippets from add_car.php and updateprocess.php, we are constructing JavaScript alert messages using echo. However, this direct embedding of a user input into JavaScript code poses a potential security risk. If any user inputs contain special characters like angle brackets or double quotes, it opens the door to injected JavaScript code, and that's where the problem arises. Now, let's explore how we are mitigating this potential vulnerability. In the provided code, the message data is successfully updated undergoes encoding using HTML special chars. When the input string lacks special characters, the outputs remains unchanged. However, in scenarios where special characters like angle brackets or double quotes are present, HTML special char steps in. It adjusts the proper conversion of this character to HTML entities, named as less than, greater than, and double quotes. This encoding acts as a powerful shield, preventing injected script from executing within the JavaScript alert context. By rendering user input as plain text rather than executable code, this mitigation strategy significantly enhances the security of our system. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and Hi. I am Nurin Iwani binti Shahudin, and I am going to continue this video demo with the CSRF vulnerability. Based on our close observation and reviewing, we also have found several vulnerabilities which could lead to a CSRF attack in this web application. One of the files included is the add_car.php file. Through this file, we conclude that there is a vulnerable which could lead to a CSRF attack using the session ID. We found out there is no unique ID used for the current session of the activity of a user in the browser. Through this small error, an attacker could change the data of details of another car by requesting another car's ID on the browser. This could lead to misinformation, especially when this web involves with money transactions about the car's rent price per day. However, this vulnerability could still be avoided by implementing a method that will generate random CSRF tokens for a session in the browser. As you can see from the codes given, the value of the input has been changed from a static integer to a random string and symbols. These CSRF tokens will be the identity of the user and will track the user's activity during the session, thus preventing any other third-party person from accessing the session using the same ID.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. I'm Siti Fatimah binti Muhammad Zaini. We'll continue to the last code review, which is HTML and JavaScript injection. As you can see, this is the original coding for this web, and the red part is the vulnerabilities for this file. In HTML injection, when the user inputs the values such as row 1, row 2, row 3 and more are directly encoded in the HTML without proper validation or sanitization, and lastly it will make prone to HTML injection attacks. By this vulnerable, user might be tricked into entering their credential into this fake form. Then, this is how to prevent from the vulnerabilities, which is by using HTML special jars to sanitize using inputs before encoding them into the HTML. This will convert special characters to their HTML entities, and here the correct way to prevent the web from HTML injection. Okay, next for JavaScript injection. This JavaScript vulnerability same to HTML. Here the original coding, similar to HTML injection, user inputs are directly encoded in the JavaScript code, making it susceptible to JavaScript injection attacks. This is how to prevent from JavaScript injection by using JSON encode to properly escape user inputs when embedding them in a JavaScript. This ensures that special characters are handled correctly. And here the final code for this file. The green word is the JavaScript code. So, for this system, we could see that there's a lot of vulnerabilities that we need to prevent from it happen while managing a system. That's all from us. Thank you and Assalamualaikum. Bye.